All right, let's talk about a technology that is completely changing the game in some major industries. I want you to imagine fixing a super complex machine failure, not in days, but in minutes. How? By basically teleporting your best expert right to the scene, no matter where they are on the planet. Let's dive in.
So, picture this. Your most important piece of equipment, the one thing that keeps everything running, just grinds to a halt. And the one person who knows it inside and out, they're on a completely different continent. What do you even do? Well, that exact question is what this incredible solution is all about. First up, let's set the stage, because you really have to understand the crisis of a machine breakdown, something that, a lot of industries are painfully familiar with. The second that machine fails, everything just changes. You can feel it. The silence on the factory floor is just expensive. And every single second that ticks by is money going right down the drain. For some big manufacturing plants, we're talking over $100,000 for every single hour of downtime. The pressure is on immediately. And here's the real kicker. This kind of specialized know-how is rare. So often, the one person who's truly qualified to fix the problem isn't even in the building. They can be in another city, another state, maybe even another country. And that creates this massive, incredibly expensive logistical nightmare. So how do you possibly bridge that gap? How do you close that distance? Well, you do it with a really innovative solution that gives your remote expert a brand new set of eyes, right there on the ground. And when you lay it out like this, the difference is just night and day. I mean, the old way, that's just a waiting game, right? You're waiting for someone to get on a plane, dealing with delays, and then trying to explain these really complex problems over a crackly phone line. But the AR way, it's instant. Travel costs? Gone. Guesswork over the phone? Nope. Replaced with precise visual instructions. And downtime that used to be days long gets crushed down to minutes. The contrast is absolutely staggering. Okay, so it sounds amazing in theory, but how does this whole virtual house call thing actually work when the pressure's on? Let's walk through it. First, you've got two main players in this little drama. You've got the operator. This is the person on site, standing right in front of the broken machine. They're the hands of the operation. And then you've got the remote expert, who could be sitting in their home office 1,000 miles away, providing the brains. And the process itself is just so elegant. The on-site operator simply starts a video call, and boom, instantly, the expert is looking right through their eyes, seeing the machine in real time on a tablet or through some smart glasses. From there, it's this perfectly seamless flow of guidance and action, until, the problem's solved. It's a direct, super efficient feedback loop. And this right here, this is the real magic. The expert isn't just telling them what to do, they're showing them. They can actually freeze the screen and draw an arrow pointing to one specific valve, or circle a tiny connection that's come loose. This just completely wipes out any chance of miscommunication. No more, wait, the blue wire or the kind of bluish green one? It's visual, it's precise, it's practically foolproof. So, we know the process is smart, but does it actually deliver the goods? Let's switch gears and look at the hard data, the tangible results this technology is putting on the board. In the business world, you measure success with KPIs, and this is where AR support just shines. You see a huge drop in that expensive downtime. Your first-time right rate, that's just what it sounds like, getting the repair done correctly on the first try. It skyrockets with an expert looking over your shoulder. And because the repairs are done right, machines actually run longer between failures. On top of all that, your top experts can now help out multiple sites in a single day, all without ever leaving their desk. And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Take a look at that first-time right repair rate. Before AR, it was sitting at a respectable 65%. With AR support, it jumps to an unbelievable 95%. So the key takeaway here is, you're not just fixing things faster, you're fixing them so much better. But the payoff doesn't even stop there. Think about the long-term value. Every single one of these remote sessions can be recorded and saved. So you're not just solving one problem, one time. You're actually building a searchable visual library of solutions. This becomes this priceless training tool for new hires and a go-to reference for any future problems. Okay, so let's zoom out and look at the really big picture here, because this is about so much more than just fixing machines. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This technology, it's not just some fancy new tool, it's a whole new way of sharing expertise. It completely separates knowledge from a person's physical location and lets it flow instantly to exactly where it's needed most in the world. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to chew on. We've seen how this can solve a huge industrial problem like downtime. But if we can now beam an expert's eyes and their guidance anywhere on the planet in a heartbeat, what other massive problems, things we once thought were impossible to solve, are now suddenly within our grasp?